8:45. That way, I still have some stragglers come in, but I want to maximize everything that we do in here because I'm really, really hoping that this is going to be a very, very practical workshop for you. How many of you use AI a little bit? You're familiar enough with it? Okay. I love AI. We use, there's all kinds of, like Pastor Jennings was talking about last night, that now instead of Googling things, there's Perplexity, there's Copilot. All of these search engines are now just true AI. Okay, so what we use here at Cherry Street in the office is Claude.ai. It's Anthropic, we'll talk about that, but so that's what this is right here is Claude. And I like that he has a name because I can say Claude, my assistant, or whoever. But when we talked about doing these workshops, I said, yes, absolutely, I want to do that. And then I started thinking, I've done a Lewis McClendon's communication workshop where you have everything scoped out and you know what you're going to say and you practice it and you do all that. Well, we're doing this together, so we'll see what happens. But how many of you have an event right now that is on your mind, that you haven't started planning, you feel like you're behind the gun, you're shaking your head? What is the event? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Okay, does your church do a big Thanksgiving event? What is that event?
Thanksgiving.
Like, you have something on Thanksgiving Day?
No, we're doing it on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, so
okay.
21st of November.
Okay.
And it's a huge outreach program.
Have you started anything on this?
Decorations.
Okay, that's a good start. So that is one of the things that happens to us all the time in ministry because Thanksgiving is coming whether we're ready for it or not. And the calendars, time moves on whether we're ready for it or not. And sometimes you get a little bogged down and you don't have enough creative juices to get like every event that you need to do going. So this is where we are going to walk through with AI. Did everybody get one of these when you walked in? Oh, perfect. And then there is also a clipboard passed around. If you will give me your name and your email address, then I will email this to you so that you can copy paste it later rather than type things out. So we'll do that. So first of all, AI, there are so many ones that are free. Now, the free ones will be a little limited. They'll only give you so many conversations in a day, and so you get like all the way to the end, and then it's like, come back in 6 hours. And you're like, I don't sell anything. I'm not advocating, but I'm saying that when we have the pro version of Claude, I think it's $20 or $25 a month per user. And that is the cheapest assistant you might ever pay to help somebody on your staff or yourself or whomever. Okay, so you can get started in 3 easy steps. You can create a free AI account. There's ChatGPT is very popular. Claude is what we use. And I have done the work, and I would be a fraud if I did not tell you that our breakout is designed by AI. I didn't do this. He did. So I'm just the mouthpiece to tell you, to show you what is possible in your event thing. So we're just gonna walk through this and we'll use your Thanksgiving. And then again, I'll just tell you the plan. Okay. So you left. You're leaving here for the whole
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
You guys were fast.
We'll speak on that next time. Okay, so this right here is exactly what is in your hands. But I'm just going to come over here and copy paste this. If you look, and then I'm going to come back over here. So another thing about AI, if you're not familiar with it, it's very conversational. Okay, so you can chat with it. Like I'm just going to say, let's look on my list. Okay, and I'm always really nice to Claude.
That's one thing you might do.
Good morning, Claude. I am in the breakout session. Nothing like typing in real time. Breakout session, you helped me plan, and everyone is is here. See what he says. Good morning, that's so exciting. You're live at the BCMN conference. I didn't tell that, but we've been working a lot on the BCMN conference. But how AI is the best event planning tool in ministry? How's the energy in the room? Are people ready to get hands-on with AI demonstrations? I hope this session goes amazingly well. And the attendees, sorry, I zoomed in so you can see it. Leave feeling equipped and inspired to use AI tools in their own context. Let me know if you got this. Let me know if you need anything else during the session. I'm here to help if any questions come up. It's ridiculous, but it's also like, do you ever sometimes, and I know that there's all kinds of news stories about people that get attached to AI and it's strange and it's weird, but there are sometimes where I'm like, I just need some help and I need somebody to just give me something. And I'm like, thank you. Okay, so your event, I'm gonna just try to pull that chair around here because I'm gonna type and can't do it at an angle. Thank you so much. Okay. So we are gonna say, I'm so sorry, what was your name?
Debbie.
Okay, my new friend, Debbie, needs help with her Thanksgiving event at church. And we walk through the process and help her plan it. Okay? And he says, absolutely, I'd love to help Debbie plan her Thanksgiving event. Let's walk through this together. Okay, so he gets kind of redundant with what I say to him, but all right. So hi Debbie, let's get started with some of the basics that shape this event. What's the vision? Is this a community Thanksgiving dinner, a gratitude service, a potluck, or something else?
It's Thanksgiving dinner and a gratitude service together.
Thanksgiving dinner. Oh my gosh, this is not my normal keyboard, can you tell? And gratitude service and fun. Perfect. The Thanksgiving dinner provides gratitude service is such a beautiful way for your church family together. Okay, so then you ask questions. Can you tell us how many people are you expecting?
Probably 80 to 100.
80 to 100. Okay, what is your timeline?
We'll start at 10 in the morning and we'll end at 2.
Okay, so you said it's Sunday, and here's the other thing. I'm a little lazy when I type back to him. I don't always get full sentences, but I'm like, okay, 800 people, Sunday, and he gets it. Okay, Sunday, November, did you say 21st? Okay, at 10 a.m.? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
2 p.m. When do you need to start planning this event?
What did I need to start
When
with?
do you need? We are ready to. Okay.
For sure.
So, food approach, what are you thinking? Are you thinking the church provides the turkey can or people bring their sides?
Yeah.
Okay, church provides everything fully potluck. So option one.
So church provides turkey and ham and people bring the sides.
Okay, so
Which one is
option one, okay, service element. Come on, we're not. I love it. Oh, sorry, I take it. Okay, so for your service elements, you alright, so I like it. A brief devotional message for DaShiell, a separate gratitude service, interactive element.
So it's a separate gratitude service before dinner.
Are you doing all of our secrets?
I just made Debbie my new best friend. Alright, what help do you need the most? All of the above.
All of the above.
We'll do. Okay. So here we go. We'll go into that. Yeah, Chucker's coming up quick, but we can absolutely make this happen. Let me create a rapid fire action plan for Debbie. So here, this is showing you, these are the immediate
Take
advertisers. Email, okay? Open signers for food contributions. Okay, do you see how powerful this is? How much time would this take you to do by yourself? Okay, so what should we create first for Debbie? What's most urgent for you? So now what you can do this all, every event that I plan, I'm usually sitting with AI for about 30, 45 minutes, just trying to get a brain dumped out and trying to get everything that I'm working on out. But let's use the model you gave me in our previous chat. Give her, oh my word, sorry, give her that whole plan. Here is the structure. Okay, and I copied that earlier. Let's paste it in. Here we go. Alright, so here you go. So now you have an actual document that you can print out, and this is like your brain for your event, okay? Event name, gathering in gratitude. It didn't give you a name. I love it. Great names.
Yes.
Like, I just love it.
I do. And all then you just go and say, put this in French.
Tagline, give you a tagline, your target audience, expected attendance. Here's your event flow. Now, the other thing is sometimes this happens and you're like, oh, that's not what I'm going to call. Then you go and say, hey, Claude, this looks good, but this is the actual time frame. Edit it. Treat it like it's somebody that you are talking to, sitting across the table, asking, like, hey, help me understand this, or what did you mean by that, or that's not exactly what I meant. So we have this. So event flow. Okay, and I'm just going to walk through this because you have all of this in your handout. Gives you a complete timeline starting this week. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Do announcements first.
Yeah, announcements. It gives you, okay, so this is your time. I'm just gonna scroll through. Week 3. So I want to get down to the other things he does. Okay, so it comes down to event week.
No, you're not supposed to get ready.
Okay. I'm giving you, just giving you an idea right now. So this is your, it also gives you post-event stuff that you need to do. Debrief with your leadership team, follow up with people. But here we go. Then you got your team structure. One person. Okay? So, possibly possibly done. Is it possibly done?
Possibly done.
So this is going to give you the breakdown of all the teams that you're going to need, what they need to do. Okay. Now, when Pastor Jennings was talking last night about you should be afraid of AI. Yes and no. This does seem a little intense if you've never worked with AI before. But all this is doing is pulling all the knowledge from everywhere on the internet, and it is customizing it to you. Okay, so don't freak out too much. But when it starts calling by name, you've got your greeters and hospitality team, your program coordinator, and again, a lot of this, and that's why some of it you're like, but he's just pulling but you've got to customize. The more you interact with AI, the more it learns you. So it's why maybe you're at the BCMN conference. You've got a tech team, children's ministry, registration, detailed logistics. Here's your food plan, your sign-up list. It's telling you how many cans of everything you need for people. It is amazing.
So that's thinking of largest amount, we said 100, this is 100 people.
Yeah, so it'll, and here's, and I'm just scrolling through, and it seems like a lot, but again, this is stuff that would take weeks to plan.
I have done this.
And we've been in this room for 15 minutes. Okay? But AI has, and for us, and I probably should have actually introduced myself a little better at the beginning. I'm on staff here at Cherry Street, and my job is the ministry coordinator. What is that? Possibly ever. Yeah, so possibly ever is over that. So gives you decoration. So when I use this has completely revolutionized my time. Being a steward of my time, being able to delegate, because how many times, like a lot of times we delegate to people, but we just don't have the time or the forethought to give them everything that they need. And so then you walk away and then they have more questions. And then, so when you have a comprehensive plan, okay, and again, you can tailor this, it gives you everything. And then you can say, hey, just give me a document of just the good plan. I'll give you a document for the good plan. Okay, and then we're going to go into contingencies here in a second, but let me just finish scrolling through because this prompt, like we're just at detailed logistics. Number 4, we're going to get a budget breakdown, we're going to get a promotional package, like anybody run the social media at their church? Possibly that.
It's possibly gonna be everything.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't have another creative bone in your body. Like at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't have it. It's gone. We had a Mother's Day event in May, Mother's Day, and it was a bee theme. And I was like, I need an email that's cute and clever, and it was like every line had some sort of like bee, honey, nectar, and I'm like, never. And you know what it did? It got me like 30 more people to sign up because I'm like, I need something to catch your attention. So, okay. So again, we are just at number 4. We're going to keep scrolling. Room flow, budget breakdown. So this gives you, and again, these are all estimates. I'm not exactly sure where they're pulling from all of it from, but it gives you a baseline.
Yeah, Massachusetts country.
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, she gets it. Both. Sandy, sorry. Sandy asked me a question. Does this pull locally? Does it know your location? I think there's probably location things that you can set up, but Rebecca said you can say shop at Costco.
Yeah.
And it'll pull all of that. Okay, so then we've got promotional package. 30-second version for announcement. So you don't have to, nobody has to mess up your announcement again. 1-minute version, 2-minute version. With emotion. Social media posts. Again, it is, and all the emojis too. So it tells you when to post. How many of you got all the BCMN emails leading up to the event?
Yeah.
You're welcome. So, bulletin board. I know we're scrolling through this. Volunteer recruitment. Tells you how to do it, who you need, when you need them. Because that's another thing is we recruit people, but we forget to tell them like all the expectations of them, and they're like, you need to be for how long? And when? There you go. Contingency plans. Okay, so if you go into this went ahead and gave us a contingency plan. Well, because it's in this prompt. But I want to show you, on the second page, I've added extra prompts for all kinds of events. So you've got Sunday school, church-wide, children's, youth, missions, holiday, all the things. Okay? So, you scroll down. go on to page 3, you've got customization prompts, okay? So I'm gonna scroll through. Okay, Debbie, you've got everything you need here. Which part should we focus on first? Getting the sign-up sheets ready or drafting your announcement for this Sunday? And then, I mean, it's literally like having an assistant that's like, what can I do for you next? What can I do for you next? Love it. So, okay. So the budget was $693, but Debbie's budget has to be $500. Okay? So you can say, okay, Claude, reduce this budget to $500. Give me free or low-cost alternatives. What can we cut about affecting quality? Let's see if I can't. Come back over here. This is. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's since I'm gonna shoot you this plate when we're done. So, out of all of these budget adjustments, volunteer changes, audience tone, timeline, which one do you think would be the one you would want to?
Either budget or volunteer.
Okay. So, what would you want to see? I think it was 693.
Okay, 500.
Okay.
The boss lady says 500.
500. Okay. Budget adjustments. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna say, education. So 500. See what he says. Oh, 639. Sorry, I was a little off there. Okay. Revised budget. I lost my cursor. Wait on here. Sorry, here we go. Okay. So now it's Claude saying you gotta find them on sale. They're no longer $30, you need to find them for $25. And only 2 turkeys as opposed to 3. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. But do you see how what it does for you is it just
No more program, no more.
no program. Just use your screens and stuff.
Keep the name.
But again, it seems a little silly, but there are times you might really need to cut the programming. Or you might not have the paper print on, or you might not, you've got to really trim down. So you can, again, everything is so customizable. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you wanted to just change something on it, like in our situation, we're not gonna want all these paper plates get cut, we're not allowed to do that here. We have to use recyclable stuff, so we have to use wood plates and real silverware and all that kind of stuff, so we're not to do any of that.
Okay.
So you just tell them we won't need that in the budget.
We won't be purchasing. No, and
standing up.
you guys have this making words ridiculous, and it looks like candy and it's all different.
I love it.
We won't be purchasing any paper products or food. That's that out of the budget. Please. So now you have no paper products. Cons, requires extensive dishwashing crew.
For sure.
Oh, look at this. Now, option 2 may not work in a church of several hundred, but if you have a small, and if this isn't for your whole church, if this is a ladies' team, and you had if somebody sponsored hosted a table and they brought their own plate settings, you just save money there, and they're gonna wash their own dishes and they don't have more. Yeah, so it gives you so much creative liberty. Okay, so emergency problem solving. When things go wrong, ask AI. Okay, I love these. I love the examples that you give. Our keynote speaker canceled. Give me 5 backup options. Okay, so if you're at a ladies event and your speaker cancels and it says, let's get 3 testimonies from ladies in your church who've experienced this over the last, so it just, and possibly Debbie, did you hear her? Possibly Debbie. We have 2 times the expected attendance, adjust our plan. So everything that you planned for, the shopping list, and I know I scrolled through that really quickly, and I will email all of this to you so you guys can see it. But it changes it like that, okay? Volunteer can't make it, redistribute roles. We're $200 over budget, create emergency communication plan for last minute changes. So, and you saw in that initial plan, it literally broke down the weeks. This is what you need to accomplish this week. This is what you need to accomplish this week. Now, if I taught a AI for event planning 201 class, I would show you about projects. When you get into this, I have several different projects. I have one that is all my church events. I have ones that are personal things. I mean, I have like fitness, nutrition. I have counseling, like things like I don't know how to help this person. What resources can I point them to, and different things. But it all works together collectively. And I can type in the morning, "Good morning, God. These are my 5 priorities today with everything you know that's going on in my week. Help me plan." Because you're not, the Thanksgiving thing is not the only thing Debbie's planning. Okay? It's not the only thing that she's got going on. You've got the daily, a lot of times wear many hats. I have a lot of administrative roles. I do a lot with our database and with our outreach process. I am Dennis Jennings' admin assistant, so I run his calendar and take his calls and schedule his appointments. So everything layers on top of it. So this, again, I feel like we're drinking out of a fire hydrant, but this hopefully will be able to help you walk through the basic steps to get you where you need to go. But again, this was weeks and weeks and weeks of planning and research and things, and we accomplished all of this in 30 minutes or less. Okay, your weekly AI workflow, it tells you kind of, use your master prompt to generate the complete plan. I kind of went out of order of that. Claude created that for Debbie. Okay? I want you to look on the next page where it says pro tips, and this is really be specific. More details equal better results. When I first started, I said, I am the ministry coordinator at an independent Baptist church. These are all the things I do. I mean, I introduced myself, basically. And so he kind of got we went back and forth on that. Treat it like a conversation. Ask follow-up questions. When you ask the questions, one of the things I like to do is I like to say, hey, this is what I need. What do you need to know from me in order to make a plan? And then he'll give me a list of the things that I need, what we did at the beginning. What's your vision? What's your expected attendance? What's all of that? Okay? Don't include personal information, okay? I don't say, I know I said BCMN, but I didn't necessarily say what that meant. Church member names, it is still ever evolving.
It's not dead.
Yeah, not possibly, dead fictional. So don't trust without reviewing. Sometimes, it can make mistakes. It's not foolproof, so you need to proofread. You need to do all of those things. Don't stop at first answer, so don't forget your context. Don't plan alone, okay? So AI assists, but your team still matters. So one of the big events that we're planning is a trunk or treat. And we used AI to build a master plan, but we are still meeting regularly. We are still this doesn't take the place. You can't just hand this off and say, have fun.
Yeah.
We are still, what this is just a tool. This is a tool in your toolbox to make you go a little farther, a little faster. Okay? Again, there's more helpful prompts, your content generation, volunteer, there's just so many things. Okay, but the first win challenge, this is what I want you guys to leave with, okay? Create an account, even if it's a free one. I want you to copy it, the master prompt, and I want you to plan one event. Just see what it'll do for you, okay? And if you want, you can email it. I like what he said. If you want email, you don't have to email to me. But we may want to know what you're doing, so we run out of ideas. And then on the back, AI doesn't replace your heart for ministry. It just gives you more time to focus on what matters most, building relationships, shepherding people, sharing the gospel, and serving your community. We can get so bogged down on details that we don't see people. If you were here yesterday afternoon, I didn't see a lot of people. There were a lot of people here. And we get bogged down in the details, but when we have plans and we can execute them well and we can, how many of you feel a little bit relieved knowing, I don't have to do all of this, and again, this gives you just the structure, the framework. I could talk about AI all day long, like what it has done for everyone. So, anyways, again, if you have not given me your email address, please do that. I will send you Debbie's plan. I will send you this plan. I'll send you it also. So we don't gatekeep around here. But anyways, and I'm gonna let you out just a few minutes early. So you can go to the bathroom, get done. Does anybody have any questions? I guess that's a good question.
Access your database and how you can interact with that, or if I was just create a flyer for this event.
Let's create a flyer.
I saw that.
Yeah. Create a flyer. Now, who's the audience? Who's this flyer going to? This is
Church ones.
for art for. Yes. Beautiful things to flyer. So one of the things Claude, I think ChatGPT might call it something different, but in Claude they call it artifacts.
Okay.
That's the things that are printable.
Okay.
So now it's going to do all your code stuff.
You can do projects, so it like segments the different areas of your life and then you can just keep it running.
I'd like to know more about that.
All the way.
So I will say that when you do things that generate graphic design, it doesn't need to take 15 seconds longer than everything else. But gathering gratitude. Now what we would put in and then you say, hey, this is okay, but we need to have we need the church names, the address, or place that I can put it in later. But yeah, it is.
How does it access your, where it says email to the church, how does it access your email database?
I honestly wouldn't recommend doing that.
Okay.
What it is saying is that is what you will do. You will take this and email it to your congregation. But I would not put that there together. So, anyways. Well, thank you guys for coming. This was a lot of fun. I didn't know how many you guys are doing, but tomorrow I'm doing the same exact thing. It's so you guys have the opportunity to go to another breakout, unless someone needs an event plan, so you can.
I got one question I want to ask you after. You mentioned in your intro, when you were down stage, about keeping church attendance, and never church attendance again. How would that, or something like that, something does that, about people coming. How would it?
What did I say last night? Oh gosh, I did not know I was going on the platform, so I probably said things.
Is something like that, or?
No, it would not necessarily keep attendance, because that would be I think.
It'll
What did I say? Did they record that? I don't remember.
It was something about church attendance.
Okay. I think maybe like getting people to attend your events, which is probably what I meant.
Okay.
So, sorry.
That, I was just gonna mention that, I mean, I use ChatGPT, because it's free right now, but I use it a lot when it comes to clarifying my communication. Yes, because there's a lot of times emails, it's very hard to make sure that I'm getting my point across, I'm answering all the questions clearly. And so a lot of times I will copy and paste what I've written and ask, would you please clarify this? And I will compare it and going, okay, which one is the clearest? And it's not that I'm taking their AI's word for it, I'm just making sure that what I'm saying is clear and accurate. And it really helps communicate clearly what it is that I'm trying to get across.
Absolutely. Well, and you can change the tone, because sometimes it can
Yes.
sound really dry, and you're like, make this a little more upbeat, more friendly, more, or sometimes you need it to be formal. Like
Exactly.
the letter of recommendation, like, I don't know how to write a letter of recommendation.
Yes.
They're awesome.
And
Like, two thumbs up.
I noticed the emails that you sent out were very, light and
Yeah.
fun, and I loved it, and I think
It's like, we need to
I
have,
don't know how to do it either. Second thing, where's the social?
it's report coming around, we didn't get it up front. Anyways, thank you guys for coming, the session starts at 9:30 in the auditorium, so